What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Zachary Reality. This is Zachary Reality, and an unexpected guest we have here, but definitely a good one. We have Aaron Clancy from Bachelor in Paradise and The Bachelorette here to talk a little bit about this season and what he's been up to. Aaron, happy Halloween. What did you dress up as this weekend?
What's up? Good to be here. I was Chaz Michael Michaels from Blades of Glory. And I have to say, Chaz Michael Michaels is figure skating.
I don't know who that is.
Well, I honestly envy you because it's one of my favorite movies. So if I could watch it for the first time, I totally would. So definitely watch it. Blades of Glory. You'll love it.
Where can I watch it?
I don't know, like Amazon Prime, anywhere you can watch it
Okay.
online.
Did you only have one costume?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, the last few years I was like a Motley Crue type rock star, like, big wig and stuff. It's kind of cool. You can wear some eyeliner, look pretty, dope. But Blades of Glory was it. I was planning on being that for a couple of years. My girlfriend is actually Ginny McElroy, who's like his figure skating partner. So it worked out perfectly.
Okay. See, I'm on like my fifth or sixth costume now, so I totally gave up. I just throw anything together.
Dude, I'll like repeat costumes. I don't even care.
Yeah, I have this cheese ball costume I might want to wear because I wore it once last year. So I have a few options because I'm about to go out. But we have some stuff to talk about in Bachelor Nation because that is why we are always here. So where do we even start? First, I want to know like how you met your girlfriend. I think this is like a new relationship. So how'd you guys meet?
Yeah. And real quick, first off, as well, I want to thank you for always being such a supporter. I know
Oh,
being on the show, kind of there's a lot of ups and downs. The fans can kind of turn on you, love you one day, and you've always been there. So that's why I'm on the pod too. Thank you so
oh,
much.
appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Of course,
I
of
was a big
course.
Aaron and James fan.
Yeah. So you always, I mean, I'm a little biased, but you always, saw through the bullshit, so to speak. It does. I can cuss, right? A little bit. You
Oh,
guys like.
fuck yeah. Hype me up, please.
Yeah, no, you all saw through the bullshit. Had some hot takes, but you were you definitely were you know the industry pretty well. You could tell, like you
Mhm.
see kind of the mechanism behind everything, and yeah, and it's good to have someone like you on our side where because sometimes people I feel like can think it's more than it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm like never serious. So I
Yeah,
just hope
yeah.
that people get that my humor is so dry. Like not everyone gets it in my real life. Like my sense of humor, like I just say things for what they are. So since I have such a obsession with reality TV, it's just been really fun for me to create content. And I love being able to like interview the people too.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not saying anyone in your real life is dumb, but if you don't get the humor, sarcasm is linked to intelligence, right? Or something like that. So,
Yeah, yeah.
um, yeah, back to what you were saying, girlfriend. So she
Yes, yes.
actually she watched the show. She
Oh.
DM'd me. And she was also in the area. We had some mutual friends. So it was just kind of stars aligning a little bit, right time for both of us. And the show itself wasn't super successful. I wasn't successful at finding love on the show other than Jimmy Boy obviously, but
True.
I do view it as a success long term because that's where she didn't see me. That's what that's where she thought I'm really going to connect to this guy, or I really would connect with this guy, and that's what made her reach out. So yeah, short answer, she DM'd me.
So she watched you on all three seasons?
Yes. I think I played more of a role in the Paradises than the
Like,
Bachelorette.
yeah,
I know
true.
I kind of beefed with Thomas.
And everybody. You
Uh,
beefed with so many people.
yeah. Well, the Bachelorette, I think it was mostly Thomas, but yeah, she really remembered me from actually this last season of Paradise, kind of the most.
Yeah. Okay. That one was interesting and crazy. So I love that she kind of can shoot her shot and just be like, hey, like I'm into you. I saw you on TV. Like, what's up? So
Yeah, it was a little
that's
bit more
cool.
casual than that. It was a little bit more casual. It's just like, hey, if you're around, grab a drink. I'm in San Diego too. But yeah, the feelings grew pretty quick. Rather, we have a really meshing personalities. It was good.
Were you from San Diego? Is that where you grew up?
No, I'm from Los Angeles area. So city of Walnut. It's next to Diamond Bar. It's like a little suburb.
So cool.
Walnut High, go Mustangs, represent. And San Diego, I went to UC San Diego, so stayed down here after that. It's the best.
It's the chillest place ever. I've been there a bunch. It's like its own world. I mean, I could never live there ever, but it's like I don't know. But it's so interesting. It's so big. Like it has so many layers to it. It just is like a troopy city. A gloomy city. It's like you feel like you're underground a little bit. Like I don't know. This is how
I
I'm
love that.
describing it. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Where'd you go to see? Maybe you went to, it sounds like you went to a rave here or something, but
No, I've been
it's in
everywhere. I've been to Hillcrest. I've been to Pacific Beach, La Jolla.
yeah, yeah.
It's just I've had
I,
some weird experiences there.
it's not for everyone, I guess, but hit up
What
the boys when you're in James and I will come out.
Okay, okay. What do you think of LA? Do you ever come up here?
Dude, I don't know. I never really come up to LA. I know I probably should a little more. I have friends up there and it's like a lot happening, but it's the drive is just long enough to kind of suck and there's a lot of traffic. So it's easy to,
I hate the
I don't
traffic.
know. Yeah, it's easier to stay down here.
I want to talk about this season of Bachelor in Paradise. Do you watch every week? Are you all up to date?
I do watch my boy Aaron Bryant's on there. So yeah, I tune in for sure.
So who are your like initial favorites on the show?
Aaron obviously is my boy. They didn't really show him a ton at the beginning. So if I was like a viewer and I was just watching it, I do like Braden. Braden's a funny guy. I think he's obviously brings really good energy. I think maybe it can be a little overpowering for some of the dudes that are a little bit more shy. They get intimidated, something like that. So you can see that on The Bachelorette with why he kind of beefs with people, I think.
Mhm.
Tyler, Avon are like my fucking guys, so love them as well. Like Moines. I'm a little
So
bit biased.
you're such a bro. Yeah. Wait, so how do you know Aaron B? So Aaron B and you guys are friends in San Diego and he went on Charity's season. Did you help him get on the show?
Nah, no, no. So we worked selling insurance together in an office like back in 2019. So completely,
Okay.
yeah. So we met. And we just became boys because we're kind of we have more in common than we do different, to be honest. And so we started like becoming friends, and he's in my all my group chats and stuff.
Okay.
Then I got on the show, and then life kind of got crazy, and then he was always like in a relationship or seeing someone, and then as time went on, he was in the kind of perfect opportunity to go on the next season, and he really thought Charity was like just the best thing
Yeah.
on this planet. So it was just kind of perfect for him. And then he applied, or no, not he. My friend nominated him because we all were kind of in on it. Like, and I did throw his name out there a little bit, but regardless of if I threw his name out there or not, like you still have to go through the whole process. And so he 100% fit the bill exactly. And it was and Charity was the perfect bachelorette for him. And it was just the ideal scenario.
It happens a lot in Bachelor Nation where like that someone's friend gets on the next season or sister. I kind of like the connection because I think it's good when you like there's any type of connection is just good for viewers to like have an audience, you know?
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That's exactly. It is kind of hard for the casting department to weed through everyone. So I could see how that does help for sure. Bringing like-minded people, so to speak.
Yeah. So this season, there's a contestant, Sam, who you probably know. So she couldn't poop and
The poop baby, yeah.
she had to leave the show. So she hasn't really told us much about it. Do you know anything about like when she pooped and how many days after she left the beach?
So I haven't asked her, but I did hear that she dropped the deuce as soon as she got back to SD.
So she just couldn't do it in Mexico.
Yeah, dude. I think it's
Yeah.
the moon's location, like the hemisphere, like the gravity is closer. You're sweating a lot, so your body's electrolyte. I don't know, but she couldn't drop it.
Did they ask you to go back for a third season?
No,
You
no.
had a
I
girlfriend.
yeah. I have a girlfriend and I'm super happy with that. I don't think there's anything for me to gain from going on. I did see online someone was like, yo, make Aaron the lifeguard. I would totally do that.
Oh, that'd be
But
so cool. Okay, you and James should be lifeguards next season.
yeah, lifeguard was actually my first job too. So,
Okay.
if I can if I can stay out of all the bullshit, but look hot on the beach or something, I would totally do that. But other than that, there's it's not for me anymore.
You were like a pretty big personality on the show, like all three seasons. Like, I feel like you made a pretty big name for yourself. Like, do you like reality TV? Would you ever do another show? Because there is this thing where like reality stars are cross shows now. Like, there's Traders and there's like House of Villains and there's Big Brother. Like, could you ever see yourself doing one of those shows?
Yeah, dude. You know what's funny is I didn't watch reality TV beforehand. I do have a liking for it now, and it
Mhm.
does hold a special place in my heart because I feel like I did have somewhat of a talent for being
You did.
a
You were
crazy.
a character.
Yeah. So yeah, potentially. I mean, if it's something really obviously not in the romance side, which is a ton of these
Mhm.
shows are, but if it was something like The Challenge or something like to
A
that,
competition.
yeah, or like what you just said. I don't know what House of Villains is. I saw Dylan Barber post about that, but if
Well,
I
Corinne
could,
is on it. She is from Bachelor Nation. Do you know Corinne?
that sounds super familiar.
She was on Nick
Is that like a
Vile's
big,
season. She's like blonde hair. No.
and she was like a big villain?
Well, she got the title of being on House of Villains. So they were picking one person from each franchise. So she's representing Bachelor franchise.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I'll check it out. What is it on?
It's on
Like
E.
what? It's on the okay, I'll check it out.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't even know if I was a villain though. So maybe I was
Well,
like,
yeah, but you definitely were kind of a villain, like not in a bad way.
yeah. People I saw it online. Sometimes people were like, yo, you ride the line of like hero villain or whatever. So,
Hmm.
I like that for sure. But yeah, I would totally do something like that, especially if it was something new and entertaining and fun. That's me. I like to do all those things. So yeah.
Okay, I could see that for you. As I think from my reality TV mind, because I'm literally obsessed with so many shows. Like, obviously, I watch every single reality show. I've been watching reality TV for my entire life. The Bachelor is one of my favorites from like
Yeah.
for such a long time. So I've just watched it for so long. How long have you watched the show?
Dude, I only started watching it after I was on it.
So how did you get on it?
That was kind of random too. I got on it in COVID and I had never even thought about TV. I never thought I was going to be on TV. I never thought I was going to date on TV for sure.
Hmm.
I can always be a little bit shy. And so, raising up a girl on camera was never like something I thought I could even do. But, went through a breakup and then COVID happened. And I remember, like I told you, I met AB selling insurance in an office. This time I was selling insurance, same job, but I was in my room at
Hmm.
home, just a bedroom, right? Everything's locked down. Went through a horrible breakup. And then I was like, this is the worst life ever. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
I had a couple friends that were like, it'd be so good. We love the show, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, dude, I would never, how hard it is if you're like a regular individual that's never done anything like this to go, okay, they ask you to film like a selfie video talking about yourself.
Hmm.
And then you're like, okay, fuck, I'm gonna do that. And then you do it, and then you're like, oh, it sucks. I look bad.
Yeah.
Like, delete it. And then you fucking try and you're 60 videos in, you're like, oh, I wouldn't make it anyway. And you stop, you quit. That was me
Um,
my whole life for anything where someone goes
mhm.
like, oh, you're handsome, you can be model. It's like, oh, like, and then you 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Cause you like, it's like that for everything with like entertainment.
Mhm.
If you don't know someone in it, you know what I mean?
I mean, I
And then
don't know what you mean, but I understand what you're saying.
yeah. But it was full of self-doubt and like things like that. And like it's funny looking back now because of all that's happened and like you said, like the impact I did make or
You def
whatever.
definitely.
But there was a time where I didn't think I was cut out at all. And I didn't think I was ever gonna make it because why would they want someone like me on there and like whatever. Then I was like going through such a bad point in my life. I was like, you know what? Okay, like I'm gonna try as hard as I can to do this because my life sucks and I need something different. And they're like, Aaron, do you think you're going to find love on this thing? And I said, I've not fallen in love with almost everyone I've ever met, but I know that I haven't tried dating on TV. So what if it happens? That would be amazing. And they're like, boom, like worked out. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's it. Long-winded answer, but
Yeah, for sure. Do you feel like you really found love on any of the seasons? Was there anyone you like really saw a potential with out of the three girls you dated, or four or five,
um,
six? I'm just kidding.
uh,
Well, do I have to name them? There was Katie, there was Tia, Genevieve. Um,
No, you don't have to do
okay,
that.
okay, okay.
I would say like the when I went in, I was really trying as hard as I could with Genevieve. The most I was. It's hard to date when you're off the show. There's a lot more people that kind of throw themselves at you, but there's a lot less genuineness to most of it.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe. So when you're on it, your best hope, you see all these successful bachelor couples, and you're like, fuck, if I can make this work,
Hmm.
like there is so much like in life, like this, you're successful, you have everything in common, you can go through these weird struggles that are hard to describe for other people, like with someone, and I don't know, it just seems so great. Right. So
The
when I
Bachelor
went in,
dream.
yeah, when I went in after failing those two times, the last time in Paradise, I was very much like, I really want to make this work so that I don't have to go back to regular life and start trying to fucking date. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
It's really hard to actually find love on this show, but there are some people who have done it, and the show is like based on that. But don't you think you were like too young to like actually want to get engaged? Like, it's more like there's just so much pressure that The Bachelor has to like be that perfect fairy tale and that prince and princess modern day real life love story. And it's just like it doesn't have to be like that anymore because it's just not happening like that anymore.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I think everyone watches these Disney movies and has this idea, and then when they're in the relationship or whatever, and they're young and things grass can seem greener, whatever. I think that's relatable for a lot of people. When I first went on it, 26, I do, think back now, maybe it wasn't the right time, but it definitely seemed like a way better option than anything that was happening.
Yeah. So do you feel like overall you're glad you did the show? Like it's totally changed your life.
Yeah, you know what? I think about that a lot. I think if I had all these positives come from it, even with the negatives, I would be sound like a fucking liar if I was like, I wish I didn't do it. So
Hmm.
I think there's definitely the good outweighs the bad. And I think that it's such a unique experience and it can bring you such amazing opportunities that other things wouldn't be able to. So I am super grateful that for anything that's come my way, especially because of the show. So yes, I'm glad I did it, but I will say I wish I thought about it a little bit more, so I was prepared.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you were so young when you did it, and like, you don't know what you're getting yourself into, but you are benefiting from the show in some ways. You have some cool opportunities, and I know you just started a clothing line. So tell us a little bit about NECTAR, the label. Give us the
Yeah, next label.
rundown.
So drop, I don't know when this is coming out, but when we're filming this, drop to live today. So check it out. Nectar, the label, like I've always been kind of in Southern California, Vans, snapback, that kind of vibe, and
Yeah.
and Nectar, the label is really mine and my girlfriend Alice, her brain, heart, whatever. She's a graphic designer. And then when we kind of met, I always wanted to do something for myself as well, like so I can bring a brand that came from me to everyone. And
Yeah.
clothing was something that I'm not like the most streetwear LA high fashion type guy, but something that I feel like that Southern California inspired clothing fashion kind of is appealing to everyone. And so I wanted to, when we kind of came together, we created something and we were able to have it come to fruition very, very quickly. So yeah, next to the label, dude, it's our little baby, so to speak. I don't want the headline out there and having a baby or anything, but
Um,
the
are
baby's name
you
is Nectar.
oh, are you having a baby?
No, 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 stop.
Okay, okay. So it's like sweatshirts, crew necks, hats.
Hats, yeah, there's some cool designs. Sweatshirt, it's super high quality, super heavyweight. Everything people want to live in it, but it's like shorts, shirts, crew necks, hoodies, sweatpants, some hats. We're kind of making more stuff as time goes on, and we're kind of growing. But everyone that gets it is loving it. So yeah, it's
And how do
awesome.
you make
Check
it?
it
Do you
out.
have like a partners with like a factory, like merchandising? Do you just like design things online and send it to them?
Yeah, so Allison, her job is she's a graphic designer. So she is super, super talented, super artistic. And myself, like I obviously have this like vision that can come out and she can really have the tools to create it.
Hmm.
And also she 100%, we both put our kind of artistic vision into it.
Yeah.
And then we have it made at a factory out in LA actually, and then we get some different samples of different clothing, whatever we think we like, or whatever the quality of garment we're looking for, and then we have some. It's kind of a long process, but you create this design, you send it in, you have to mess with the colors, and then they
Hmm.
can get some samples, you go back and forth, and you finally get a finished product, and sometimes that's messed up, and then it takes a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
to get blood, sweat, and tears, but people love it, and that's awesome to see, especially if you're like shopping at Bonds or something, and then some dude walks by repping it, and he doesn't even know, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, do it.
That's cool. You're like an entrepreneur. You're building a business that's like you're doing it together. So that probably makes it even more fun that you guys work well as a team. Is Nectar because that was like your saying on Bachelor in Paradise? That what does that
Yeah, you
mean?
know what? Yeah, I think I was trying to kind of find something that kind of bridged the show to my life a little bit, and that was just kind of like a beachy, broy thing I said, and they kind of ran with because the show did kind of like using some of my lingo or
Aneurysms.
whatever. Yeah, Aaronisms.
Mhm.
So I thought it was kind of perfect. We messed with a few different names before that, but it ended up with that, and I think Nectar. We both really really liked it, and so yeah. But that's what it was from.
Yeah, it was like a segment on the Bachelor in Paradise. It was like the Nectar segment. But what are your other sayings on the show? You had a few more. I can't remember.
Yeah, dude. So first, I don't know. It's all blurred together now. I remember I called Thomas a big body trash can. I
Yeah, yeah,
remember
yeah,
that.
yeah. But it was always
People
just like
liked that
Aaron.
one.
It was just always like Aaron just always knew it. The memes are just like what you just say it like it is. I don't forgot what they would say. They were so funny.
Yeah, dude, because it was like I would say what I thought of people, but it was like in a weird way.
Mhm.
And sometimes yeah, so I was like big body trash can just because he's like a big body, like,
Mhm.
and then he was like, I love Thomas now, he's the man, but at the time I was like, dude, this guy's acting like trash. Ivan, I remember I called him like a snaky bitch bag. People fucking loved that. Just Cindy, I remember I said I was like on gang shit with her or something.
But you always said like low key, high key,
Did I?
bruh,
Did
stuff like
I?
that.
I didn't even know.
When you and Ivan got in each other's faces, so were you just mad at him because he just like snuck out of the room?
I don't know. At the time, it felt like he said one thing to me, did something else, and I just felt like I was lied to. And at first, I tried to talk, and then it just escalated. But yeah, I mean, that's just what I felt at the time. I don't. I That's obviously ancient history now. So
For sure. I'm just trying to think of like your biggest moments on the show. Are you and James still best friends?
yeah. We are. He was actually just filmed like a little video for a brand thing just now. Actually, like
Yeah, like it worked for
not
business. Like your friendship on the show was also like worked for business. There was like you guys did different brand collaborations. I think with Rumhaven, they sent me a package. It was like the Aaron and
yeah.
James collection. I was like, yes.
Yeah. No, yeah, it did, dude. It was like Bachelor Nation, especially leaving it. Like people love couples, right? And it's like Joe Serena, the best, love them. But it's like you look at people get engaged, and neither one of us got engaged, but we
Yeah.
got the friendship, and then that worked out.
Yeah, that's so cool. Everyone loves the duo. So lifeguards, lifeguards it is.
Lifeguard, dude, just rally the troops, make it happen, dude. You have the power. You're the
Mhm.
king of reality TV reporting.
Okay, I got this. What are your predictions for this rest of the season of Paradise?
Dude, by the way, Cat, dude. Like, what do you think about Cat?
So I think she's a little like very high maintenance and not self-aware. And I think she just kind of is just very forward and like independent.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Is
I
that
just
how good was that? That's four very good adjectives.
yeah, I think she was very emotional.
Do you think you could date her on Paradise if you were there? Would you be dating her?
No.
Does she
No, I
remind
couldn't.
you
And
of
that's
anyone you've ever dated on Paradise?
no comment. I think she is wild. I don't know. Just seeing
Yeah.
that level of anger come out was pretty intense.
Yeah.
I think Brady and Rachel are good. I think they either will break up at the end or maybe stay together. I don't know.
What is your take on your boy Aaron B dating Eliza? Because you were on the same season as her last year, right? For a bit.
Yeah, I was.
So what's your take on their relationship from what we've seen so far?
I think they look great together. You know, you don't see them a lot, which from a guy from the show, that means they have a lot of really cute, solid moments of peaceful contentment, so to speak. So there's not a lot of reason to put them on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So I take that as a really good thing that they're just hanging out because they're not fighting. So that's
Mm-hmm.
awesome. The Rodney kind of Justin thing from the previous has a lot of the fans, at least from what I see online,
They frustrated
discussing.
with Eliza? Because I remember being frustrated
Yeah.
with her that she just like kept the story going all the way to Baltimore. So I just remember I made a few videos like that. I was like, it's why is it still going? She needed the cameras all the way back to the US. So I was just kind of shocked to hear that she was going to be back on this season.
Yeah, you know what? Like it's kind of hard because it's like it doesn't seem like it was a good outcome for her. So, you know, to be convinced to go back on, there must have been some sort of benefit, right?
Maybe she wanted
Um,
to change up her image from last year.
Yeah, like maybe a redemption or something. I don't know. But I think looking at the fans, I think the biggest thing I saw was them saying you wanted Rodney to tell you not to go and you went. And this year AB said don't go and you went. So I saw people say that and I mean, I don't know what happened behind the scenes off camera, but that seems true. So
When you went back to Paradise, like was that why'd you go back this you wanted to go back the second time? Was that just because like you wanted to do it one more time?
yeah, you know what? They really wanted me there too. That was a big thing, is there, you know, the first season ended with James and I so well, and they wanted our love stories. We wanted to fall in love for sure. And you know, I just thought it could end differently where you know, we could come out success stories from it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean three you did 3 seasons, so that's a lot of seasons. But I guess people do
Yeah.
like two, some people do three, some people do four, some people do five, six. That's some
Do
people do
they?
Claire Crawley did like 7 seasons.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she
Really?
did. Like at least 5 or 6. Like Ashley, like they've done like so many spin-offs that Nick did like 4 seasons, like
Yeah, I
Tia,
think you know, when there's like a popular character.
personality. Yeah.
Yeah, personality. They can kind of structure a season around the person a little bit and make up for like boring ass people, I guess. I don't know.
Hmm. Have you seen the Golden
But
Bachelor?
I do watch that. Yeah. I'm just a big fan of the women. I think they're just stand up women and they're freaking funny and awesome. And I think
Hmm.
Gary is a stud too. I'm looking at it. I'm like, dude, I feel like this was the only choice. He was the only choice, you know, and he's doing a damn good job as of
Hmm.
so far. So hope nothing happens where I eat my words, but I think he's great.
He's so great. He was kind of talking about in interviews how he was like kind of recruited for almost like 2 years. So they really found him a long time ago. And all the women are iconic. And I think the Golden Bachelor Women Tell All is going to be the event of the century. Like, I hope that's 2 hours. They got to cancel Paradise that night because I think that all these women, I can't wait to see them back again together.
Yeah, no, they're the best. I don't know, just a big fan. They make my heart like just go out to some of them sometimes, like just like the sweetest, most genuine thing. And I think it's really, really cool to see. It's just super nice and refreshing to see that kind of energy instead of the stuff we see coming out of people my age. I guess.
Yeah, I hope they do a Golden Bachelorette and maybe they can potentially do some type of Golden Bachelor in Paradise. But like at a senior center, there's lots of options. So we'll see. But thank you so much for coming on and chatting. I really appreciate it. And it was nice to finally meet you because we've never met in person. I've met a lot of you guys, a lot of people from the show, but I've
Yeah.
never met you. So bring it
Yeah, I
in.
know. I think I was supposed to. I remember I was at a party up in LA one time and you were supposed to pull up. But yeah, great to meet you as well. You're an icon.
Thank you.
I'd love to do this again sometime if you ever want me. But yeah, this is great. Great to meet you.
Yeah, I'd love to make some TikToks with you in person if you're ever in LA or in San Diego. So
Yeah, for sure.
we'll
100%.
we'll
I'm
see.
not the best at TikTok, but I feel like you probably are. So maybe I'll get some of your skill.
I have I've definitely been on that app a few times in my life. So
Let's
I got
go.
this.
Let's
So
go.
where can everybody follow you? What's your TikTok, Twitter, Instagram? Like, what do you use?
Yeah, TikTok. I do have a TikTok, even though we just discussed I suck at it. So it's up to you if you want to follow me. But Aaron R. Clancy, Instagram, TikTok, Nectar the label. Check it out. Do you have a name for your like fans?
No.
The Zach Reala squad, dude. Fucking
No. They just it's just Zachary Reality. Like it's just Zachary Reality.
Zachary Reality. All the
Mr.
people
Reality.
that got
But I'll leave the link. I'll leave the link to your website and Instagram down below so everyone can go check it out and buy something from the collection, everyone, to just to support Aaron. I mean, he just gave us all this good tea. He gave his takes on all things Bachelor Nation. We gotta pay it forward and support Nectar.
You'll love this stuff. It's a little chilly out in California. So if you're out here, it'll keep you warm. If you're somewhere colder, it'll do the job too. So yeah, check it out.
Okay, peace out, Aaron. I will talk to you soon. I'm gonna end
Peace.
it because I'm going out. So bye.
Later.